offense of the fumble by Poona Ford, the senior.
This is Poona Ford, a 6-foot, 305-pound defensive tackle for the University of Texas.
Give credit to Poona Ford, the nose tackle, number 95. He's the one that got up, and then Poona Ford rips it out with that right hand. It's a great job by a senior defensive tackle making a play for his team.
The senior has been a vital piece of the Longhorns defense for nearly 4 years, and as his college career comes to a close, we'll take a look back at where it all started. For Poona, that's home. Before he was a star player for the Longhorns, Kalen Ford was a quiet student at Hilton Head Island High School. It was here nearly 6 years ago where Poona first met new Seahawks head coach B.J. Payne.
My name's Poona Ford, I'm your Mike linebacker, and I just kind of smiled at him and I told him, no, you're my 3 technique on the defensive line, and if you trust me, I promise I'll make you an All-American. And he said, yes, sir, and he walked away. And that was my first initial meeting with him.
And an All-American, Poona would be. In his senior year under Coach Payne, Poona posted 135 tackles, 28 tackles for loss, 7 sacks, 17 pressures, and 2 forced fumbles, averaging at around 11.5 tackles per game.
You know, he was such a dominating player, and we let Poona be Poona in regards to he didn't have set responsibilities. We just let him make plays. His film absolutely wowed you with how, there's no other term, how violent he played the game and how powerful he was. Every time we stepped on the field, he was the best defensive player in the field and probably the best, player overall in the field.
Coming out of high school, ESPN ranked Poona as the number 266 prospect in the country, the number 22 defensive tackle in the nation, and the number 7 prospect to come out of the state of South Carolina.
Recruiting process, it got to a point to where it seemed like we were getting 2 major offers a day. It was like Ole Miss was offering and Louisville. Then the next day it was South Carolina and USC. He ended up with about 30, and he handled the process really well.
Although several D1 coaches showed interest in the defensive lineman, it was Charlie Strong who won the Gentle Giant's heart.
It was Charlie Strong. He built such a relationship with Charlie Strong. It was unbelievable. When he went there on an unofficial visit, from the moment he walked on campus at 8 a.m., Charlie Strong stayed with him until 9 p.m., 13 straight hours. Charlie Strong took him to lunch. Charlie Strong walked him around the campus. Charlie Strong introduced him to people. It was not a GA. It was not a student assistant. It was not an assistant coach. It was Charlie Strong.
After news broke that Strong was leaving Louisville for Texas, Poona decided that wherever Charlie goes, he goes too.
Poona just had a blank look on his face, and he looked at me and he said, boss, what do we do? Poona was his number 1 guy, and so Poona took his visits, went to a couple schools, but he knew at the end of the day he wanted to play for Charlie Strong.
This season, Poona was named a finalist for the Blanchard Rogers Award. He was named MVP for the game versus USC, and to close his college career, Poona was awarded Big 12 Defensive Lineman of the Year.
As I always say, that Poona's a breath of fresh air in today's athlete, student athlete and athlete in general. He doesn't care about the awards. He just wants to win. He will always put everybody else before he puts himself.
So what's next for Poona Ford? Currently, he's projected to go 4th or 5th round in the 2018 NFL Draft.
The specialization of the NFL with defensive line now, that you have your run specialist, you have your pass specialist. I think he can do both and stay on the field all 3 downs. But specifically, he's a run stopper, and in the NFL game, that's the most important thing. I think that he needs to go into a system that is a true 3-4 defense. Pittsburgh. Packers are a 3-4 defense.
No matter where he goes, Poona Ford will leave his mark, both on and off the field. For USCB Local News, I'm Riley Bozeman.